What's up, guys? This is the Podcast Boys back with episode 105. It's me, Colin, no guest, but we have Jackson back. His nose is actually fine. He said he got like some blood test or whatever. He got like a COVID test type thing up your nose, but it was longer and more painful. Yeah. So he's good now. We got the cameraman back. Yeah. So we're gonna have a good episode. So I guess we'll go straight into story time. You want to start us off with story time?
Yeah, I guess so. So for story time, I don't know, dude. I mean, I haven't really had anything interesting happen to me this week, to be completely honest. I think that it was a good week because I didn't have school on Monday. We didn't have school on Monday. Did you? No, you didn't. And so then we have 4-day week, yeah, and then it's gonna be it's gonna be June in a few days, I think. So it's May 27th day recording. So looking forward to next week. Yeah, I didn't really have anything special to share. No really big accomplishments or anything crazy.
Yeah. Alright, I guess I'll take this off. So yeah, I had a pretty normal week, except Monday we had off. So I went skateboarding and stuff, and then I've been sick the last couple days. I'm good now, but I'm kind of congested still. So I sound like I got someone covering my nose, but I'm good. So yeah, I did a bunch of skateboarding stuff. Watched Calgary Edmonton game. I'll talk about that later as well. Yeah, pretty normal week, not gonna lie. Being sick though kind of sucked. I haven't been sick in a while, so yeah, it's kind of weird. I basically just sat at home and did nothing. I played Super Autopets for hours straight, the new pack, the weekly pack or whatever. I played that for hours straight, and then I also for some reason I was watching. I watched the new Top Gun movies out, and I watched this not interview I guess, but it was James Corden and James Corden and Tom Cruise, and they go in the jets or whatever. Tom Cruise flying him around, and then I started watching a bunch of stuff about planes. I watched this guy talk about breaking Mach 1 and the law of thermodynamics for hours, and then I was like, this is sick. So I was watching a bunch of that shit, and then I go into military planes, and then I start watching about I'm watching about military. So for I'm not even joking, I watched the stuff about Navy SEALs, cadets, for hours, just military training. So, it's pretty interesting. And then I started searching, because, I knew so much about the Canadian military, or American one. So I'm like, yo, what about the Canadian military? So I watched stuff about, the Canadian military, and, yeah, it's pretty cool, because, the Canadian military, the American ones, it seems kind of more strict, you know what I mean? But the Canadian ones, low-key chill, y'all might join it. No, I'm just joking, but maybe if I don't play my cards right and I need a backup option, military or RCMP. I was watching the RCMP course as well. I went that far down, and RCMP is actually kind of fire. It's police training, but it's kind of military. So it's you take a RCMP course, and yeah, it's pretty good. So there's my backup plan if I don't go to university or college or something. So yeah, I'm set.
Well, there you go.
It's pretty sick. Yeah, dude, the stuff you do when you're sick is the first day I was just sleeping and I don't know, I literally was just on my phone and did nothing. But yeah, the second day I was learning about military, which is it's a good thing to learn about. I got my options open. If anything happens, bro, I'm going to the military.
You get a lot of benefits, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's the same with me, bro. I watch the horseshoe cleaning.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm sick. I just watch
Oh, those
that
are
shit,
fire.
bro.
Those are sick. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for story time. I guess we'll go into topics with that. So, do you want to go with topics first, or should I?
Oh, dude. Topics. A little lost for words. Let me find something, cause I had something in mind, but.
I'll start us off, and then we can kind of just, I don't know, if you have an idea. But the first thing I kind of want to cover is the Edmonton and Calgary game. Game 5. It was actually really good game. I watched most of the series, so it was really good. basically, it was a crazy game. I watched this when I was sick. I was like hella bored, so I'm like, damn, I gotta watch the game. Basically, Edmonton won, and that takes them to the conference final against the winner of the Avalanche or the Blues. So that's gonna be like a really good series. McKinnon just scored like a really good goal. He went like it was a like clear or whatever, and he went in and he literally just took it past everyone, went through the legs and lifted it over the shoulder of I think Huso or whatever. But it was like such a good or Bennington, but it was like such a good goal. So that's gonna be such a good series if the Avs win it. But in terms of the Edmonton Calgary game, it was crazy. So Calgary scores first. Majapani scores, which is the Flames guy, and he hadn't been scoring in a while. And I think they like took him down a line, and it's kind of like Daryl Sutter saying like, "Yo, you gotta like wrap it up. Like you gotta start scoring and like producing points." So he scores first to open up the game, and then for the viewer, like for me, I was thinking, oh, like maybe Calgary's got it in the bag. Like maybe they're gonna start ramping it up. And you see like McDavid normally, like you see him kind of shine when his line gets on. Leon Draisaitl and McDavid are just like they're like normally meshing, right? But it looked like they weren't like not meshing, but it looked like they were just getting shut down every play. McDavid had like it was almost like he was getting like double teamed. Like guys were getting right in front of him, like he was getting bodies on him all the time. And every shot he was taking was getting like blocked. So it was like hard for McDavid. It looked like he got like no I don't know, it just looks like it wasn't McDavid. So yeah, that happened. So that's the first goal. Now the second goal, I'm trying to find it here. I kind of forget. I think it might have been Hyman. But so then it's 1-1. And basically what happens, there's a span of 4 goals in 4 minutes. This is the next thing I want to talk about. So this is like the fastest in NHL history. No, it's 4 goals in a minute and 10 seconds. So it goes like they score on no, Calgary scores
Yeah, I
again, I
heard
think,
about
at some
this.
point. And it goes Calgary, Edmonton, Calgary, Edmonton. And it's like it's literally end to end the whole time, right? So it was
Like foosball.
yeah, it was like foosball. It was actually crazy. And like I was sitting and watching and I'm like the first goal I'm like, "What?" And then the second goal, "What?" And then I'm like, "No way." And then there's one more. I'm like, "Oh my god." It was just like the thing is with Edmonton and Calgary, they both have really good goaltenders, but for some like Mike Smith is like
Calgary has a better goal.
Calgary, yeah. First, like, Jacob Markstrom's like a good goalie, but he wasn't playing at his level. Like, he's normally like a Vezina level, like,
Yeah, when he played
goaltender.
in the playoffs with the Canucks, that was crazy.
Yeah, and he's like, for some reason, he just wasn't playing at his like usual level, and I don't know if he was against Smith, which like took him down a
Yeah,
notch. But
McDavid scored some nice goals against them.
even in the series, there were some like weird goals where he went behind the net and tried to like
Yeah,
clear
I
it,
saw.
and you see him try to scramble back, and they just score an easy one on him. Even with Smith, there was a weird goal where there's a guy and he's like 60 feet out or whatever. He's in the neutral zone. And he just flips the puck
Yeah,
up.
he's like behind the other end of the blue line, like
Yeah.
the other.
And it goes in on Smith. And there's a press conference. He's like, like Smith's like it was horrible. He's like, I didn't even see where the puck is. Like, I've never had that in my career where I just completely lose a puck.
Yeah,
But, like,
yeah, you could tell he did not have
even
any
Smith-
idea what was going on.
Smith, like, I wouldn't like Jacob Markstrom, in my opinion, is a way better goaltender. But even Smith is like he's all right and he can perform normally like at a decent level. Even him was off in like games. So I don't know. It just wasn't great goaltending. But this whole series was just like action packed, like with like offensive like drives, like McDavid and Draisaitl. Draisaitl got I think 17 points in this series, which is like I think that's a playoff record as well. I think he actually beat Gretzky on that record. So that's crazy. And yeah, McDavid is crazy. So at the end of the game, so it's 4-4, and then it goes into overtime. But what did happen was there was a disallowed goal. And basically what happened, it was in the crease. So I think it was Backlund who shot it. And then it was Coleman, I'm pretty sure, who went in to go like finish it. And he was in the crease, but his skate, like he was skating towards the puck. And basically he kicked it kind of with his foot. So it went off his skate and into the goal. And so they call it. So it's 5-4 now. And there's about a couple minutes, I think less than 5 minutes on the clock. And what happens is, I don't know. I don't know if it's Edmonton challenge or the refs called it. But I'm pretty sure the refs just called it themselves. And they said, okay, we got to review this because we don't know if it's an actual goal. So they go in and they review it. And they call it no goal, which is really crucial because the Flames this is game 5 and Edmonton's up 3-1. If they lose this game, their series is over. Their postseason's done. So that was really important for them to. That was like a really crucial goal. But basically, what happened? There's a lot of backlash because for it to be called off, it has to be like a distinct kicking motion. And the thing was, he kind of got tripped up into the pads of Markstrom or into the pads of Smith, and it was really I don't know. It's debated still because it's did he actually kick it or was he trying to catch himself from falling? So it's a really it's I don't know. There's a big gray area. I personally agree with the refs. I'm an Edmonton fan, but even though I would want to see it go to a game 7 just because Battle of Alberta, and I want to see Canadian teams go on because it's just more exciting. But I don't know. I personally thought it wasn't a goal because, in my opinion, so what happens is inside skate goes inwards, it pushes towards the crease. So that's to me that's you if you're trying to catch yourself from falling. Even BX was saying this. You don't you don't want to pull your groin out. So you'd have your feet closer together. But what Coleman he does, he pushes his front his lead leg forward towards on the inside towards the crease. So I think he's trying to kick it in because no one purposely does that. But then there's the argument that he was trying to stop himself from hitting the goaltender. But I don't know.
Either way, he had the kicking motion anyway.
Yeah, but some people are saying that it wasn't a kicking motion because he was
trying to
falling, trying to put his skates he was trying to get his skates.
But there's a difference between that and a kicking motion because a kicking motion is you're kicking your foot like that.
But that's the thing. It wasn't necessarily a kick where you put your.
So he's trying to stop.
And you
so he's trying to
it
stop.
was the inside of his skate. I don't know if I have the clip here. I think this might be it. Oh, this is fan shots. No, it's not what. Yeah, a lot of people touched on it, but it was just it was weird. I don't know. I personally think even though that could have been, even if it was a gray area goal, it was still Edmonton was still up 3-1 in the series, and they've been dominating this whole series. So nonetheless, I think Edmonton I don't know would have won the series. But basically McDavid at the end, just to tie up this game, McDavid scored the game-winning goal in overtime, and that was it. But overall, it was a great series. It was really fun to watch. Some crazy scores, the 9-6 in game 1, and this one was 5-4.
I think this will be one to remember.
There was, I think, 46 goals total, and in the other, series, it wasn't even, 18. It wasn't, half of it. So it was just, it was nuts. Really interesting, Battle of Alberta. So maybe we'll wait another 31 years for the next, but...
31 years?
Yeah, 31 years was the last time. It was really, to me, it kind of matched, the game kind of matched, it was just, wacky and weird, and, no one, I feel no one really had, no one was set. Me and my dad were talking about it, who do you think's going to win? And we never really, my dad was I don't even know, these scores are so, out of, they're just so, fluctuating that you can't really tell who's going to, it looked like no one really had the upper hand until Edmonton starts, winning the next games. But I don't know. It was a really good series. Could have gone to game 7. But yeah, that was the end of that series. So, yeah, that's all I have to say on that.
I think, yeah, like I said earlier, it will be one to remember. And I think that, I don't know, because there's so much stuff that was accomplished with this. The goal, and was it 10 seconds? All those goals.
1 minute, 10 seconds for 4 goals.
1 minute, yeah, that's
or 11.
insane.
11.
And then the first game, the game 1, it's second period of 10 goals or something like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, yeah, I guess we'll see how Edmonton do. They're playing Florida. Tampa, right?
No, Edmonton. So they play the winner
Of that series.
They play the winner of
I thought Tampa
Colorado Avalanche and St. Louis Blues.
won.
And the
I think the Avs.
Tampa play Hurricanes and Rangers, the winner of that series. So I think what's happening now is as of recording, the Blues are playing Rangers. No. Avs are playing. Sorry, Colorado Avalanche are playing the Blues right now. So
they're not in the series.
Yeah, so we'll see that game. I hope that the Avs win because McKinnon is so good.
Oh, Colorado won.
Colorado win. So yeah, okay. So basically, I just checked it right now. Colorado won 4-2, so they win the series. So they go on to play Edmonton. So that's gonna be a great
That'll
series.
be tough.
McKinnon is a great player. He's like, if you've seen this goal, I don't know, maybe I can put a clip in, but it's just like, the clip is crazy. He basically goes end to end. He takes the puck, skates all the way to the like back, goes to like 3 guys and puts it in. Actually, I don't know if I can put the clip in because of like copyright or whatever, but it was a awesome clip. And it just shows how much like good player he is. But the McKinnon and McDavid's gonna be a great matchup, and it will be super fun to watch. So yeah, I'm excited for that series.
Definitely.
So yeah. I guess I'll go to my next topic. This one's really quick. It's just a short copper drop. It's the ALD New Balance 550s. These shoes have been going around a lot like lately. Yeah, Jackson was showing me before. I've seen these for a while. Never really talked about them on the podcast, but yeah. What do you think? I have a kind of want to go into this like deeper, but like these shoes and New Balance are like, I feel like they're coming back as a whole. You know what I mean? New Balance is like on the way back up.
They are.
If you see the retail for these, like they're pretty simplistic shoes. You know what I mean? It's not like a Jordan where it's like super vibrant. These are kind of like chill. You know what I mean? Go with everything type of shoe. Cool silhouette, kind of chunkier on the chunkier side. But yeah, these are like the retail's going for a lot recently. A lot of people are buying into them. Some of my friends are trying to get them, but yeah. What do you think? Copper drop?
Drop.
You said drop? Why'd
I
you say
say drop because I don't like the style of it. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think it's like, I don't see it and I'm like disgust. I just wouldn't rock that.
Yeah.
The style and like, I don't know, just the shoe itself. But New Balances are coming back and some of them
Yeah.
are decent.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's my answer.
I'd say cop. Like it depends on which ones, but maybe like the green ones or the red ones. Those are probably. But I'd say cop. Jackson, what do you say?
Green ones, yes. Red ones, no.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty cool. But yeah, that was it. Just short topic on that. But
I want to talk about the fact that last episode we were talking about how you're asking us about if you should get Instagram or not,
yeah.
and you did, but
Yeah. Okay, so I'll explain this. So basically, I got Instagram for a bit.
it's like less than 24 hours or something.
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
I had it, and then I like redid my account and stuff. And then basically what happened is one of my friends, so Nathan and Addie, like, we're like really close. But anyways, they asked for my TikTok password because like, oh, I need to check this person's account. I'm like, yeah, fine, I don't really fucking care. TikTok, I don't have it. Like, I actually don't have it. Like, I have my account, but I don't have
it
the
installed.
app. And they're like, yo, give me your password. I'm like, bet. Like, I don't even give a shit. TikTok is like so retarded. I'd literally use it like never. So I give them my TikTok password, kind of knowing that they would like fuck up my account a bit. So they take my TikTok passwords and they're kind of like fucking my account. They're like commenting on a bunch of people's shit that I know, and like I don't know, liking like weird shit. And like I kind of knew that would happen, and I was like kind of expecting that, so I wasn't like really
You didn't
pissed.
care
I was
too
like,
much.
whatever. It's just my TikTok or whatever. Like I don't even fucking use it. But then, so this password that I gave them, I use for all of my accounts.
That's a mistake. I was thinking that when
So-
you said I gave them my password, that's the first thing I thought.
Yeah,
Why
so
the fuck would you give them the password, dude?
so I didn't think that they'd like, I don't know, go into my other accounts, because even like the login information is like weird. But they basically mucked like all my accounts. Like even my school account, they went in and they posted shit and like emailed people. I'm like, holy fuck. But yeah, I basically like literally removed all my social media, but I'm not like, I don't even care. Like I literally deleted everything. I'm like, fuck, I don't even need social media at this point, bro. Fuck, it's
No
too...
YouTube?
No, not even. I literally deleted YouTube, except I'm watching them only on my computer now. Like I'm literally deleted YouTube, deleted Snapchat, deleted Instagram, like everything. But for Instagram, I like not permanently. It's like I can like get it back if I want. They count. But I'm just like on a social media cleanse, bro. I don't know. I feel like
That's good.
social media is like, it's good, and I think it can be used positively. But I've had so many like negative experiences recently that I think it's more negative than positive, and for me, I think it's not worth my time.
That's great.
And I
Good
think I can just
decision.
focus on other stuff. You know what I mean? And if I
Yeah,
want to get
go
it back
outside.
eventually, yeah, I can get it back, and it's like
Yeah.
that's whatever. But I think that is kind of nice.
Is that the same with Snapchat? Because I know you can have it within a certain amount of time, right? You can get it back.
Snapchat, I think I permanently deleted my account. I don't even care. Like, Snapchat to me is so stupid. Like, it's good and stupid at the same time.
Yeah,
Basically,
fuck you,
it's good for like if you're.
No, that's the reason why. Because I was looking at it, I was like, why the fuck don't I have Justin?
Yeah.
I went to add that like you like.
Yeah.
I went to add him like you were not there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. Snapchat's to me, it's like you said with the pictures and stuff. Like, Snapchat can sometimes be good. Like, if I'm talking to Jackson or one of my friends and we text on Snapchat, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the same thing applies where
the
text,
streaks.
Snapchat can it's just another platform for if you do messaging, but you can message on pretty much any app. The thing with Snapchat is that a lot of people are added on Snapchat. Like, a lot of people have a lot of other people on Snapchat, even if you don't know them.
Yeah.
And you can get to know people on Snapchat without it being weird. Like Instagram, if you direct message someone that you don't know, it's kind of weird. But Snapchat, if you snap someone you don't even really know, it's kind of cool because you can just oh, you snap the person, yeah, they go to this school. You can get to know people through Snapchat, which I think is kind of cool. And yeah, Snapchat's kind of chill, but I think that to a point, there's one point I think in around grade 8 or grade 9, I used to use Snapchat a lot, every day. I'd do the streaks and shit, and I think grade 9.
Snap addict.
And then at one point I was like, bro, this is kind of stupid. I missed a day, and I was like, fuck, why do I do this? It's kind of stupid. So from then on, I'd kind of use Snap just as I don't know, I'd snap people, but I wouldn't even before it all got hacked and stuff. I'd snap people once every 3 days or 5 days or whatever. I wouldn't gone it that much. So yeah, I don't know.
Did you delete your Tinder account?
Yeah. No, I don't have Tinder. Well, maybe you did. Maybe you don't know. Maybe I did. But yeah, I deleted pretty much all my accounts, and I'm not even phased, bro. It's crazy. So yeah, that should be the thumbnail. It's the president handshake. But yeah, that's that.
Dude, what? Wait.
Jackson's doing some weird things behind the
Let's get a
camera.
new filmer. No, I'm joking.
Yeah. Fire Jackson.
We're also talking about. I want to bring up because this is funny. I was talking about a time with these guys that I saw a Nelk Boys video of how this pilot went to the bar in some sort of airport and was telling people, I'm gonna be the first pilot to attempt the barrel roll in a public aircraft. And we were talking about it, what you guys would do. What did you say you would do? You're like, oh yeah, what flight are you? Is that my flight? And then you'd cancel it. Me personally, I'd probably laugh and be like, bro, I'd probably not take him seriously. I'd be like, oh, okay, great. What plane are you flying? You know? And then if he's flying my flight, I would probably switch just because that's not something. What about you?
I'd talk to the guy. I'm like, bro, what? No way. You're actually gonna do this shit. And if he's dead ass,
he's like, dude, I've been planning this for years.
No joke. I'm gonna do this shit, and it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, only reason I've been planning this for my whole life, years.
I might just go to I'd go to the front desk. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? Why did you hire? He's gonna do a barrel roll. It's gonna be sick.
He's flying Delta.
Yeah. I'd be like, yo.
Delta, bro.
Yeah, I'd be like, bro, get this guy a real plane. He can actually do this shit. It'd be crazy. Imagine, dead ass. You get this guy a Boeing, and they get no one in it, and it's just him. Make his dreams come true, bro. If he flies super high and tries it, he might die, but maybe that's his life goal, to do a barrel in a
public.
Boeing. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, no, I would be if he's yeah, I've been trying to, do this my whole life, I'm gonna be the first person to do it, I would just be like, dude, what? I'd be thinking as a joke, and if he's serious, yeah, I'd look into it, but I would ask him what flight are you again?
Yeah. Imagine he
Yeah.
didn't tell you, and he's like, oh.
No, secret. I'd be like, dude, yeah, I would, dude.
Just hear him on the comments,
Hold on.
See a cool trick.
Dude, the scenes inside the plane would be people would just just flip
Imagine people sleeping, bro. They're just.
Yeah. No, I feel if it can physically do a barrel roll, I think that the pressure of the wings of the plane, in GTA and other games where you can fly the planes, if you do that, it's really hard to get it back onto track because of the pressure and shit. So I feel like it would be very difficult to get it back into place because of the pressure, and it's a massive aircraft. It's like huge, dude, and you can't like just do that. Like, so
It's because it's like meant for like travel, right?
it's
Like,
not meant
to
for.
be,
It's not like a fighter jet. Like we're about to talk about Top Gun Maverick. It's
Yeah.
not like a fighter jet that you're like, you know.
like whipping around.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff,
can't.
And it's not like the Thunderbird. Like
it's
it's
not
really
meant for
for
that.
commercial aircraft for people to
A
travel.
commercial
Like this.
aircraft.
Like it's like watch my
Yeah.
hand. It's like this. They're here and they go like this.
That's
then they
literally
come down, and
that's the
it.
whole flight.
Like that's the whole
Not
flight.
fucking
And
barrels.
even if there's a little turbulence, it's like, okay, guys, we're going through a little bit of turbulence here.
It might shake a bit or like
And
fall.
then they're like, okay,
Yeah,
we're good.
it's not gonna do.
But
like,
they're not gonna be like, okay, guys, we're going for a problem. Everyone, hold on. And they're like, oh shit. And like they're
Yeah,
done
yeah.
because it's so wide too. Like these planes are fucking like they're like ginormous, bro.
Yeah.
Like you ever seen the wings of those things? They go
Yeah.
to like I don't know. Probably this whole room is like the one side of the wing,
No,
like
bro,
from the wall to
Pedro,
wall.
what are you on, mate?
It'd probably be longer.
That's true. Well, maybe it's
This
like
probably this garage, that garage to here is probably the cockpit.
The
the
cockpit?
Yeah.
Really?
The cockpit. Plus you have to add in all the
technology. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I think that they're not meant to do loop-de-loops either. That's another
Yeah, like
another
this
one.
one, yeah.
Yeah, like that shit is meant for
Yeah.
the fighter jets, dude. We're about to talk about Top Gun Maverick. I guess this will be that surprisingly is a great way to turn into this
Yeah.
subject. So go for it.
Perfect segue. So yeah,
Mhm.
basically the new Top Gun Maverick is out. I think my mom, she literally just went to go see it before
Came
the
out
podcast.
today.
Yeah, I think so. Her.
I
and
gotta
my
watch
aunt-
the first one before I see this.
Yeah, I haven't even seen the first one either. But
You Jackson, have you seen the first one?
Yes, like 1,000 times, bro.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking shitters. Holy.
yeah. So
We gotta watch
Top
it
Gun
tonight.
We
Maverick.
gotta get a movie night.
Movie
Ma-
night.
Yeah.
Movie night. I have a projector, bro. We'll go outside. We'll set up all.
Yo. That sounds pretty good to me.
Wait,
So-
when? Because I kind of want to do that now.
Right now, I can't do this weekend.
Making plans. Anyways, here's the article. It's just like a bit about it. So, Top Gun Maverick, the sequel to the 1986 blockbuster, lands in theaters for the Memorial Day weekend. Cruise is reprising his role as Pete Maverick Mitchell, the cocky fighter pilot who felt the need for speed 36 years ago.
Sounds like
The
the guy we were
Paramount
talking
film,
about.
which has Cruise's Maverick teaching a new lessons of Top Gun recruits, is expected to make roughly $80 million for its 3-day opening. Some experts have the film making closer to $100 million. That will easily make Maverick the highest-grossing debut in Cruise's 40-year career, overtaking War of the Worlds, which opened $64.8 million in 2005. Cruise and Paramount are already working on a target for a big weekend, with the film making $19.2 million in its previous showing. Paramount said that represents its highest-grossing preview in the company's history and the highest-grossing Memorial Day weekend preview ever. Tom Cruise is one of the few true movie stars left in the business, Paul DeGarbedian said, senior media analyst at Comsor Sokar told CNN Business. His name on the marquee means something to audiences who have come to trust that his films will be worth every dollar of that movie ticket purchase. So yeah, it goes on to like talk about how they like shot the movie, but it's so cool the way they put like all this stuff together. So when I was watching all this like fighter jet stuff, it was pretty cool because they're going like so fast. I was watching the guy, like the aerodynamics guy or whatever, and he's talking about the different G's like when you're flying, and this guy was going in like the Thunderbird jets, and like 5Gs, like he's been like he did like went into a couple different like planes, like doing like practicing for it, and he was trying to break like the Mach 1 or whatever, like speed of sound. And it's interesting because we were learning about that in
Honestly,
Science Today, but it's like I forget what it's called, but the front of the plane, you know, that long pointy thing that kind of looks like a bullet.
The nose. of
It's
the-
called like the P something tube. I don't know what it's called. Yo, but basically the air, it like gauges the pressure, and when you hit like sonic boom or whatever, what happens is the pressure before the thing is like going around the tube, so it can't, and all the dials, like once you hit at like a certain like altitude or whatever, the thing like the gauges redial because it
because it's
doesn't-
just fucking with the plane.
yeah, it doesn't even realize what it just like did, like it just keeps going, so that all the things redial. It's really weird, but
That'd be a good way to tell that you've reached Mach.
yeah, it just keeps like dialing. But Yeah, this looks like a really good movie, dude. Like it's so cool, all the like jets and shit, and like all the filming and stuff.
Okay, so there's an inside joke. Jackson, do you remember me and E.T. and you went to a water park and this fat guy was going down the slide and he's like, dude, I just went Mach 2. And then we're like joking about it the whole time, like, dude, I just went Mach 2. And we're like discussing like what would happen. We were saying like, yeah, if you're going down the water slide and you went Mach 2, you'd like go like past the apartment buildings and like just like fucking like you'd break your neck from the G's and like we're just discussing all this shit. And we didn't actually know if a plane has gone Mach 2 before. And I searched it up, and the Lockheed F-104A Starfighter is the first aircraft capable of sustained Mach 2. So that was in 1954. So a plane has gone Mach 2, and that guy did not go Mach 2, I'll say that. Not even close, dude. Not even close, dude. So, yeah, I just wanted to look that up. I found it was funny, but Mach, that's like, it's a fast plane, dude. Like that shit will be like really fast. And they spent $11,000. So they had to get these from the U.S. government.
Yeah, like
and
the
they paid them $100. No, it was the new one, the Maverick one. They had to pay $11,000 for 1 hour with the planes.
That's fucked. Yeah. Thing is, Tom Cruise, like, the fact that he actually has his license, like, he has, like, all the licensing and stuff to actually, like, fly this shit. Like, he's
Dude,
actually,
he
like,
could die. Like,
yeah, like, that he's actually doing this,
people
and it's
train,
not, like,
their whole life to do, like,
Yeah.
what he's doing right now.
and, well, he has all, like, the licenses approved and
Yeah.
all this shit to actually fly the planes,
Yeah,
which is, like, that's so cool.
it's crazy.
Like, the fact that he can actually fly these planes, the way he does, and, like, do all that stuff for a movie. But the thing is, he has these skills, like, for the rest of his life, which is actually so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Did you know if the planes had like armed like missiles on, like did they
Yes.
come with that?
Yeah, these are fighter jets. They have that shit.
So they didn't take that shit off. They just like let them fly with like, missiles.
I don't know if they take it off for him, but in the movie they probably used them. So
Well, they probably leave it off in the movie, so, like, you know what I mean?
special effects.
So you can see it. Yeah. No, they just fire that shit while they're, like, recording, and they're like, yo.
We got this real quick.
Yeah, just make sure this works. But, yeah, it looks like a really good movie. I'll probably see it, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really watch, like, movies in theaters that often, but, you know, I gotta watch the first one first, but.
Have you watched the Doctor Strange movie? No.
No.
Multitude of Madness.
The Multiverse of Madness.
Fuck yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, I watched it, and when I say it was the most chaotic movie that I've ever seen, there's so much shit going on.
Yeah.
The most chaotic movie I've ever seen. And it's 2 hours, and 2 hours is 6. When I got out of the theater, it felt like a day has gone past, dude. Oh, it was chaotic as hell.
That's the reason why you should. Did you watch WandaVision? No. See, you should watch WandaVision. It kind of like
Yeah.
When you watch WandaVision, like it prepares you for like the like.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because it
like,
shows,
like how like.
it shows, it shows how she got where she is.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does that, and also shows like how kind of like it's like a mid chaotic, you know. So
Yeah,
like, you know,
I
like,
get that.
When you watch it, like,
You're prepared for, yeah, that makes sense. I think that, yeah, it was really crazy. I think some of the scenes were dark. Yeah, that's, yeah. Some I'm like, whoa. But,
We won't spoil.
yeah, well, he kind of did for him. Someone got cut in half is what he's saying. But he didn't say who, so I guess that's not that bad. Anyhow, yeah, no. I wouldn't watch it again just because it's so... You have to really invest your whole, like, your mind and, like, everything into it. So if I were to watch it again, it would be with someone like Justin who hasn't seen it, or, like, somebody else, and, you know, just watch it with the boys. But, no, I don't know. It was a good movie, I'd say. Not my favorite, but... I was just realizing, so the first movie of the Top Gun, 1986, it came out. I don't know if you guys realize, but in my opinion, all the best movies that have ever existed came out in the 80s. Alright, think about it like this. You got Star Wars, came out in the 80s. Karate Kid. You got, I think some Star Trek. Some Star Trek was in there. There was the,
Back to the Future as well.
all the Back to the Futures, except for the third one.
That one kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie.
That one was you got the what else is there? You just search up like movies.
1980s movies.
There's
Godfather. Wasn't that?
Oh, The Outsiders. That was a good movie. Watch that in English.
oh yeah, that was 1981 I think. There was
Oh, what
Ghostbusters.
year was
Ghostbusters was 1980s. That one movie, fucking.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off was also
That one's
86.
Yeah.
That was a
gotta
good
be one of
movie.
the
Best
ones.
movies, yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, that was like
Oh,
2000s.
what the fuck
Yeah,
is
that's like
that about?
true.
You know, 'cause
Breakfast Club, that was.
Mm.
Yeah, you know, I think 2001 and all those, like
Oh, the early
2005,
2000s had a lot of good
yeah,
ones. They had Star
2005 's
Wars,
like,
Pirates.
yeah, back then, that's what
That
I
was a
back
good-
then.
Dead Poet Society. You watched that in English
They
as
had those
well?
movies with Ice
Pretty
Cube
good.
in the early 2000s. With like, Are We There Yet? And Are We Home Yet? Or whatever the frick. Terminator, 1980s. So in my opinion, the best movies were from the
Dune.
80s. Early 2000s, very close. The 2010s were also quite good with all the Marvel and DC. A lot of that was early 2000. E.T. was in the 80s as well.
Mhm.
Indiana Jones.
Always
Indiana
good series to watch.
Scarface is 80s as well.
Scarface is
Yeah.
like 1986, 1987. Outsiders was with Ralph Macchio in 1981.
Yeah.
I really wanted to see that. I haven't got to it, but I heard it's
It's such a
really
good
good. I
movie.
heard the book. Everybody reads
We
the
read
books.
the book.
Everybody
We read the
reads
book
that.
for English and watched the movie after.
Yeah,
It's actually such a good
I really want to watch it. I've been wanting to watch it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, do you hear like the music outside? Do you guys hear
Yeah,
that?
the
I wonder
neighbors.
what that is.
Carpool.
Yeah, it's probably like a car. Scroll down. Is there more?
These are, I think they're like all by like subgenre now.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, Terminator. We said that. Goosebumps. I think the Goosebumps. The original movies could have been in the 80s. They had fucking not Bruce Lee. That was 70s.
Wait,
They had some action movie.
wait. Maybe I don't know. There's like something called Murder on the Polar Express, something like that.
The Polar Express is like
such a like Murder on the Polar Express or something like that.
Oh, Mad Max is the 80s.
RoboCop as well was 80s.
RoboCop, bro. Badass. Okay.
So was Neverending Story. Like that was funny. Me and
I
Harrison,
watched
we watched that when we were like, I think like grade, I don't know what grade we were in, but we went to his house and had a sleepover and we watched it. And it was the weirdest movie. We're like, what the fuck did we just watch? And we were like, I don't know what, maybe like grade 4 or 5, I want to say. And some of the shit was so weird. Like, I forget what happens in that movie. There's like a naked guy and then he's on like this dragon. And like, it's such a hard movie
That
to follow.
sounds
Like,
weird.
it's so weird. And
Oh,
like,
Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
That was in the. Oh, that's like Johnny Depp's in that, right?
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he is. I see a photo. This does not look like the 80s, but it looks 2017.
Oh,
What is it? It's a series. It's a series. What is it about?
It's just about like a murder.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Is it gruesome? A lot of gore.
I wouldn't say it. Well, I'm actually not that like gore is like like it's like hot sauce for me. Like I can take hot sauce. Like, mid to me is like a really low. It's like I would say it's like not that gore at all.
All right. That was a good segment. Yeah, so that's my opinion. 80s best movies. Karate Kid, Star Wars, Ghostbusters, Terminator. Heavy hitters. I don't got anything else to say really.
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, there's the Canada game. We could talk about that.
Oh, yeah, you should talk about that.
Okay, so
What?
I got tickets for the Canada versus Iran game. Now, I got canceled due to political reasons. Here's the thing. It shouldn't have been made a game. If they had problems with Iran, they're upset because Iran, they bombed the Canadian plane coming into Tehran, and the Iranians, they don't care at all, which really sucks, and that pisses me off, but they don't, accept dual citizenship, so they don't recognize that there's Canadians on the plane. They're like, oh, there's only 5 Canadians because they had their Canadian passport. So they don't really care. And so they haven't apologized for it. And this was 2 years ago. And just Iran being like the nation that they are, Canada did not want to play them. Like, the players did not want to play them. So I personally think it would be a great game to watch. I was really, really excited for it. I don't think you should bring politics into soccer. If they have a problem with it, don't make the announcements and don't say we're going to have this game and start selling tickets to people and getting their hopes up, dude. That's retarded. So don't do that. And they did that here. And it's like, it's ridiculous, dude. They're playing Curacao the day or two after. I might go see that. It's a Nation League game. They're going to get destroyed, Curacao. And, yeah, no, I think it's not even going to be close, dude. Iran would have been a really fun game to watch, so I'm really upset about that, but I just think that, if you're going to get upset about it, if it's going to be an issue, don't bring it up and don't say, we're going to sell tickets, we're going to announce it. Don't get people's hopes up because, everyone's mad. Everybody on social media is pissed about it. So it's like, don't announce it if it's going to be a problem. And a bunch of Iranians were going to go to the game as well because there's a bunch of Iranians in Vancouver. So yeah, that would have been really fun, dude. Really sucks. I can get a discount on the Curacao game. They're gonna give refunds out soon, but they're gonna give discounts to the Curacao game. I might go to that. But yeah, no, it sucks, dude. I think I'm going to the Whitecaps game soon. Real Salt Lake. Next game, the Whitecaps made it to the semifinal of the Canadian Championship. They beat Valor a few weeks back, 2-1. No, 2-0. They dominated that game apparently. Some of my friends were there. And then this week, yesterday, as of recording, they played Cavalry, one of the best teams in the CPL. And last 2 seasons, we've lost to the Cavalry, which is really disappointing because they're not even a pro team. They're a semi-professional team in the CPL. So for us to lose, that's not good, dude. Everyone was pissed about it every time, like the 2 years ago and last year. So we beat those 2 teams, so we're on to the semifinal, and we're playing York one against, I don't remember who they versed, but Toronto, Montreal got in as well, and then there was York. So I was thinking, I hope we verse York, because that would be the easiest team to beat, and then we can go to the final from there. And we're playing York, so that's great. So we are playing the semifinal late June. I think it's June 22nd. And then from that point, we'll be in the finals. And I think it's going to be... they said whoever wins... I don't remember what they said, but I don't know where it's going to be. That ties into what I was going to say. But no, I think they won. Here's what pissed me off. They barely won against Calgary. I mean, they won with somebody. So they were tied the whole game, and then the 82nd minute, Calgary scored. I was looking at the highlights from the first half, and Calgary, the Whitecaps had so many close chances. Their keeper seemed really good. They saved a lot of good shots. So I think that the Whitecaps were unlucky that they could not get a goal that first half. So I was thinking in my head, what's going to happen is they're going to keep on doing the same thing as they did in the first half. They're going to keep on missing their chances, and then Calgary's going to get a goal, and then that's going to be game. They got a goal in the 82nd minute. I was like, shit. And then in the 89th minute, Calgary got an own goal, which tied the game, went to PKs, and Vancouver won 5-3. And I said to my dad, I was like, if it goes to PKs, Vancouver are easily winning because I just think they got way better shooters that, play pro. Apparently, Vanni Sartini, the head coach, was saying that they've been practicing PKs for the past week at training in Calgary. So it's almost like they expected to go into PKs, which should not be the case at all against a semi-pro team. But nonetheless, they won. And we're going to verse York, and we'll see how that goes, semifinals, and then we'll go into finals if we win that. And we've won, I think it was 2015, 2016, we won the Canadian Championship at BC Place, which was really cool. And we'll see what happens after that. I just think overall Canada should verse someone else. They said it's a very low possibility that they'll verse someone else. for a friendly. But then we got all these other like good nations playing other teams. Like Brazil's playing Korea in Korea, and then we got Japan is versing like Denmark or something like that. They're versing all these like good matchups for friendlies before the World Cup. So I think that it sucks that we didn't get that because Iran is a World Cup team at the end of the day. I think I've said it multiple times. I think Canada would have won that game. I don't think it would have been a walk in the park, but I don't know. We'll see. We don't. We'll never know. Maybe in a different universe we could have had the game, but yeah, dude, that's all of my topics really.
Yeah, I guess that's all I have too. So unless Jackson has anything, you're like anything else, I guess that's it. So thank you all very much for watching. That's been Podcast Boys episode 105. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.